Oh my gosh, I'm doing an unboxing video. Hey everybody, I'm C. Andrew Nelson, founder of Aquatasy. I have never done an unboxing video before because I've never had anything to unbox for you. But I do now. I've been intrigued by Aqueon's LED widescreen aquarium since they first hit the market, and I've been dying to get my hands on one. Well, thanks to the great folks at Aqueon, I get a chance to review one for you. The LED widescreen aquarium kits come in two sizes, 16 gallons and 13 gallons. The widescreen aquariums are so named because they offer a wide viewing space relative to the capacity of the tanks, meaning that they are long and tall like larger aquariums, but the depth front to back is condensed to maintain the smaller water volume. And if you want to see the full specs on these aquariums, check out Aqueon's website at AqueonProducts.com. Okay, let's see what's inside this thing. You have no idea how much I wanted to tear this thing open and set it up the day it arrived. But I waited for you. I wait no longer. Of course, now I need somewhere to put this thing because it ain't going to stay in the middle of my desk. Fortunately, Aqueon has stands that are specifically designed to work with these uniquely shaped tanks. Behold, the Aqueon Forge Aquarium Stand! It's a double unboxing! Pardon me a moment while I go assemble this. There, that was fairly easy actually. It wasn't that hard to put this together. Now, one of the great options about this is that, you may have noticed this while I was unpacking it, that the panels here actually come in two different colors. You've got this tan wood grain, and then of course you also have the black. I opted for black because, you know, most of the furniture in here is black, and I just happen to like black. Okay, let's get this tank on top of here. The tank fits perfectly on top of the stand. In fact, the stand has little pegs at the corners that hold this from sliding around, which is a nice feature. There's a shelf down below that's designed to hold up to a 15-gallon tank. This is a great spot for a quarantine tank. Do yourself a favor and get yourself a quarantine tank. Add on the filter, heater, and lid, and the whole thing looks quite stylish. So, what's my overall impression of this setup? Oh my gosh, I love it. I absolutely love this thing. You have a big tank without it being a big tank. You've got a 30-inch across, 16-inch tall tank, but it's only 8 inches deep. So if you've got a small room that you want to put a tank in, but you want to have a decent-sized tank, this is not going to protrude out into the room very far. It's going to be nice. It's going to hug the wall. It's great. I'm not one of those guys that usually goes for like the open metal stands like this. But I love this. It's excellent. It's beautiful. Because normally I get like the cabinet style ones because I want to hide everything. I want to hide all the cords and the cables and the canister filters and the food and all that sort of thing. But I'm not worried about that here because, one, this looks so great, and two, I've got cabinets over here on this side in part of this bookcase, so I'm not worried about that at all. I love the fact that it's got a shelf down below that is strong enough and is designed to hold the tank up to 15 gallons. So I am definitely going to put a quarantine tank down here, like a little 10-gallon quarantine tank. The filter is nice. It's a filter that I think is going to be sufficient for this tank. The heater is also going to be sufficient. It could go for like a 20-gallon tank easily. The only concern that I had before I set this all up was about the lighting. Because, you know, I'm all about the planted tank. I love planted tanks. That's why I got into this hobby in the first place, was to do planted aquariums. And I was concerned that maybe this wasn't strong enough lighting for the type of plants that I wanted to put in here. I'm actually not worried about it now. It's got 4 rows of 3 lights in here, LED lights. It should be fine for a good range of plants. So if you want to do a planted tank, I think you shouldn't have any problem with that here. If there's one thing that I might change about this whole thing is that the way that the lid is designed, your filter goes right dead center of the back of the tank. You do have a little bit of leeway. You can slide it back and forth to a certain extent, but it is sort of center. But, you know, that's part of the fun challenge of this. When I go to aquascape this, is how do I aquascape it in such a way that I draw attention away from the filter. Also, I'm really excited about the fact that it is only 8 inches deep, front to back. That, as an aquascaper, as an artist and designer, that gives me the great challenge of how do I create the illusion of depth in this tank when there really isn't that much depth. Next comes the fun part. I get to aquascape this. I am so jazzed. Once again, big heartfelt thank you to the wonderful people at Aqueon Products. Please check them out at www.aqueonproducts.com and tell them Aquatasy sent you, okay? If you like what you're seeing here on this channel, I hope you'll subscribe. If this is your first time here, go ahead and subscribe anyway. Or at the very least, check out the rest of the videos we have here on this channel. If you want to find out a little bit more about me as an artist and performer, you can go to my other channel, which is C. Andrew Nelson, or you can go to candrewnelson.com. Or if you want to learn a little bit about the business of visual effects and animation, which is the other half of my career, you can go to my other channel, which is Teaching Spot, or you can go to teachingspot.com. I can't wait to get started on this thing. This is going to be so much fun. I know exactly what I'm going to do with this tank. I have a very specific plan, and I think it's going to be very cool. So please, come back and see what it is, all right? Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, blessings to you.